Okay, let's start module 1 of this. Okay, in this module, we will try to create a document. Now, when we are working on Word 2010, what kind of document can you create with the Word 2010? Basically, you can do some kind of a newsletters like this one, and also you can do a business report. So your daily work could be done through the Word 2010. Now let's look at the business report or a document that you can create. With the Microsoft Word, you can create a memo, business, newsletters, and report. In this presentation will show you the basic you need to know in order to create and organize Word file. So this is a business letter. Usually you create, you write it down. And during this unit 1, things that we will be able by end of the unit 1, we will be able to, first of all, know what are parts of the Word screen. How do I create and manage a folder? How do I name and save a document? How do I key and edit a text? And how do I print and close a document? And what vocabulary words should I review? Now, if you see here, this is what they call, the screen. And the screen of the Word contains title bar. It also contains a quick access toolbar. It contains what you call a ribbon. It contains, the document pane. Something is a scroll bar, and the start button and the status bar there on the corner of the down on the left side. So the bar at the top of the screen, as you see here, is called the title bar. Now the title bar, which as you see here, is display the name of the current file document. So that's part where display the name of current file document. But also you have on the bottom something called a status bar, which is display the current page and total of page count. You can also see the words also from there. How many words are being written? As we said, there is what you call a scroll bar, and the scroll bar move a document up and down, and the bottom one moves it left and right. Sometimes you have, you enlarge your document, so you need to move it around up and right, and you can make it also a smaller. So a scroll bar move a document up and down, and left or right the screen. But the ribbon is organized command there and puts all these organized commands into a tabs for you. So if you see here, the ribbon helps you quickly find a button or a small icon that can be clicked to perform various tasks. But what you have, there is something called a backstage also. So when you're clicking on a file tab, the display the backstage view. The backstage view is a new feature in a Microsoft that provide access to the basic command and let you do things to a document, such as open and save documents too. So what you have here is called tabs. These are tabs, and you have the buttons of each tab. They are grouped together. And then they are grouped, as I said, together here. But when you click on the file, you're going to go straight to the information of your document. And what you see here on the right side, you will see what you call document properties. In the old days, or still you can do that, you can right click on it and see the properties there too. And you have the manage version command. So the backstage also lets you perform important tasks that fall outside the authority or authoring features. So will help you to do some stuff that you cannot do on the ribbons, such as customizing and interface document and manage and do a permissions, or even name the owners of that document to using the document properties. What you have when you open a file, basically you have something called, we said, is a quick access toolbar. Is a customized toolbar for easy access to your most commonly used. So I suggest the first thing you do, you set up your quick access toolbar so it's easy to do things that you always do. And it can be customized, a quick access toolbars. So let's review and do what we have gone through is like a tech check. What are some features of the Word you've seen right now in the screen? Answers? Title bar, status bar, menu bar, scroll bar, and ribbons. Which feature of Word allow you easy access to your most commonly used command buttons? Answers. A quick access toolbar allows you to easy access to your most commonly used command. Okay, so now we move to understanding the file management. By mastering good file management, you will be able to save time and prevent the loss of information. There is other ways to find out about your document, but this is one of the best way if you're doing a personal computers and you don't have those applications. So you want to make sure your new folder is created in the correction location. As I said, if you have the professional version of PDF, they can allocate these documents easily for you too. But back to this, let's say you are using a personal computer, you want to make sure your new folder is created in the correct location. Now, you create a new folder or you utilize the older folder. And this corner here, what you see how you can close it quickly. You see here the new folder that you can create, or You can utilize the old folders also. Now, in the file management include, you can click down and select the folder, or you can see here and see which folder you are saving in. And this is the name of you put the name of the file, and then you can save it. So make sure when you're naming the file, you're naming it properly, so easy to allocate or search for it. Naming and saving documents, and creating and organizing folders so that work can be easily saved and located. So a folder is an item that help you organize files. You have certain files, you want to put it in certain folders. You have certain, things that you need to access in a certain timing, you can put it in a certain folder. It's help you to organize your files. And also to create a new folder, you can click the File tab and choose Save As. So you can do Save As, and then you get create a new folder here or a new folder there, doesn't matter. And you can name the folder and put this file in that folder if you need. But if you don't want to do that, you click back to the bottom document, so it takes you back one stage. But you know that the name of the file that you save the document, it's here. So to save a document with its current name, click the save, straight save will save as you open it in whatever, new document one, new document two. But if you want to save it with a certain name and a certain folder, you need to use save as. But here to save a document with its current name, click save button on the quick bar toolbar. So you have a name already and you open it and you edit it, you can click save, quickly can save it for you. If you want to rename the document, use the save as command. And usually this is what I do. I save a document, and if I want to edit on it, I'm sometimes thinking of saying, well, okay, there is other ways, but in the old days, what I did, I said version 1.1, 1.2, something like that. So it's helped me to understand the process of this thing. There's other ways of doing it, which is we're going to do it in later classes. So use, as we said, save as dialog box to name and save the document so that you can find it and work on it again. You should save usually your document every 5 to 10 minutes to protect your work from being lost. Many times people will sit and do a document, but they don't save it. These days, also there is an automatic saving. You can have it, it keeps saving it. But personally, I don't like the automatic saving. I like to save it every time But sometimes when you close it, they prompt you with this question, do you want to save it? Now, so what's the academic skills check? We want to do some academic skills check after what we have taken. Why is a good file management an important skill to master? Why do we need that? Any suggestion? Good file management helps you save time. Definitely that does that. Good file management help you prevent the loss of the information too. Let's do some tech check now. What are some ways you can practice a good file management? We spoke about it earlier. Name and save document, create and organize folders so that work can be easily saved and located. I do know which folders I need to go in general in order for me to allocate certain data, certain information. You need to organize, name it properly, and create folders for that. So in a Word document, you also can do undo and redo. This icon here, it helps you to do undo. So you add some stuff by clicking on this, takes you one stage back on it. You also can do a correct spelling errors, which helps you when you're writing. We will talk about how you do write properly on the Word document. And you can do a key and edit text here. You can write things and edit them. You also can delete a text. And furthermore, you can print and close a document in the Word document. But let's see how you key a text. To key or insert text into a document, click on the document where you want to enter here. So if you click here, you want to enter here. If you click here, you want to enter here or here earlier to begin with. The key, then key the text, whatever is into your document pane. There is what you call the insertion point. This insertion point is you will see it as a blinking when you open a file, which is a vertical bar like this, if you notice here, that shows where the text you key will appears on your screen. The insertion point also, you use it, as a cursor. And as you say, this is the insertion point. The use of proper spelling in a document is important to clear communication. And to do a spelling, you can use this part of it, or you can use a different way of spelling. Word help you to find and correct spelling errors as you work on the document. So by right-clicking, it will show you the word, and if it's a word is not in the dictionary, you can add it. So you write some name that usually shows, for example, things under it, and it's an error, you can add it in your dictionary, next time would not show up. So the way we read line under a word indicate that the word may be misspelled, maybe, not necessary. So you might be having an English dictionary or American dictionary or a Canadian dictionary. For example, the word center is a different spell in Canada than in USA. So that might also take into consideration. So you need to, when you set up your system in the Word, you need to select what type of dictionary you select. So don't forget also to proofread it. A document with the error will not receive by readers. Now let's talk about how you write a paper. In addition of using a spell check, you should edit a document by print a copy. You can print a copy always and look at it. You can also reading it aloud. And you choosing a proofreading partner to read the document and see what they do understand, what is the errors there. But there is a ways of doing the editing. Sometimes you need to edit or change your document by deleting text. And to do deleting text, you just click on the backspace. And the backspace, what it does, it deletes the characteristic after the cursor, the left of the insertion point or the cursor. But if you do control backspace, what it does, it deletes the word that left to the insertion cruiser. And you know, when you click delete, what it does, it deletes the characteristic on the right of the insertion point, and control delete, what it will do, it deletes the words after the cruiser, after the insertion point. Now, when we have a document, we said that you might have want to do a redo. Redo is basically, it's an undo. The undo is to erase change you have just made to a document. So if you click twice, it will take the two, keeps in the memory. So undo, undo, undo will delete three things that you've done the last time. If you click it 3 times. One time is delete the last things you did. So to erase a change you have just made to a document, you click the undo button. To restore the changes, so you want to bring it back, what do you do to restore a change? You click the redo. So we have undo and we have the redo, which is you probably deleted something, but you didn't want to delete it. So you do a redo and brings it back for you. Now, to print a document, first, you know, you go to the file and you view the print preview. See the document, how it's looked before you print it, and make sure it's fine, so you're not going to waste paper or print on printers. So the print preview allow you to see the page as it will appears on the printed, when it's printed. And you also need to see how many copies you want to make, number of copies, and select the printer that you are connected to the printer that you're looking for. Once you are satisfied with the document and setting print click, you click a print and to print the document. This is only a part where you select a printer. You might be in a stranger environment. You can ask any person around you, what's the name of the printer, that this one or that one, he will tell you probably. So use print preview to make choices such as a number of copies you want to make or which printer you will use. Now, after you have finished and saved the work, okay, your work in a document, you can close it from there too. You go to the file and close and save it there. So there is two ways of closing actually. To close a document, use the close command, which is you see here, or you can use a close button, choose a document to click by close button, which is on your file on the right side also. Now let's do some tech check. What are some ways to make changes in the Word? You can key the text, you can edit the text, you can delete the text, and you can undo or redo it. In addition to using the spelling and grammar tools, what else should you do to proofread a document? You can print a copy, you can read a copy loud, you can choose a proofreading partner, read your document. How do you erase a change you have just made in the Word? Answer. To erase a change you have just made to a Word document, you click undo. Takes you one change, undo it. If you made 3 changes, you want to click 3 undos. Time. Let's look at the academic skill check. Why it's important to use a proper spelling in document. Well, it's important to use a proper spelling document because a document with error will not be received well by readers. Forget the fact they will misunderstand you. They also will not receive it by readers. Now, let's review the vocabularies. We have something called bottom. A bottom is a small icon that we saw in the ribbons that can be clicked to perform a specific task. So it could be on the ribbons or anywhere the bottom is there. What's a title bar? A title bar is the bar on the top of the screen that displays the name of the current windows. What's what's status bar? A status bar is the bar at the bottom of the screen that display the information such as the current page or a slide numbers down there and the total numbers of pages or slide in the documents. What's a scroll bar? A bar at the right side of the bottom of the screen that allows you to move the document up and down or left and right in a document or in a worksheet. What's the backstage review? A backstage view is a view in Microsoft Office that provide access to basic commands and let you do things to a document such as open, save, and print. It also lets you perform tasks such as customizing the user interface and setting permission and putting the owners of that document also. Ribbon. A panel that we saw on the top there, a panel that organized the commands into one tab. So you click on file, there's certain panels. The panel, certain buttons. The ribbon changes depending on which application tool are activated. Insertion point or cursor. It's the blinking vertical bar that indicates where the text you key will appear on the screen, also known as a cursor. What's a folder? An item that helps you organize files. So here we end with the part 1, module 1.